perhaps enough that if he didn't panic, Payne might be able to sneak out without waking her if he could somehow manage to sit up. He forced his head from the pillow and scanned along the wall to the foot of the bed, spotted a shoe, and felt a moment of great relief that just as quickly became greater alarm. The shoe was not his brown Oxford loafer, but a square-toed boot. Payne bolted upright, causing the room to spin and tilt off kilter, bringing fleeting, blurred images like a ride on a merry-go-round. The images did not clear until the spinning slowed. "Good morning, Mr. Payne." The man sat in an armless, slatted wood chair. "You appear to be having a difficult start to your day." Eyes as dark as a crow, the man wore his hair parted in the middle and pulled back off his forehead in a ponytail that extended beyond the collar of his black leather coat. "Would you care for some water?" Not waiting for a response, the man stood. At a small round table in the corner of the room, he filled a glass from a pitcher, offering it to Payne. If this were a bad dream, it was very real. Payne hesitated, no longer certain that his hangover was alcohol-induced. The man motioned with the glass and arched heavy eyebrows that accentuated the bridge of a strong forehead. Dark stubble shaded his face. "Please, I assure you it's clean, relatively speaking." Payne took the glass but did not immediately drink, watching as the man returned to the chair and crossed his legs before again pointing to the glass. This time, Payne took a small sip. The glass clattered against his teeth, and water trickled down his chin onto the sheet. When the man said nothing, Payne asked, "What do you want?" "Me? I want nothing." "Then why—" The man raised a single finger. "My employer, however, has several requests." "Your employer? Who is your employer?" "I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to divulge that information." The woman emitted a small moan before her chest resumed its rhythmic rise and fall. Payne looked back to the man, an idea occurring. "I've been married for more than 20 years. My wife will never believe this." The man responded with a blank stare. "Believe what?" Payne gestured to the woman. "Her. It's not going to work." "Ah." The man nodded. "You believe that I'm here to blackmail you with photographs or videotapes of the two of you fornicating?" "It isn't going to work," Payne repeated. "Let me first say that it is refreshing to hear in this day when more than 50% of all marriages end in divorce that yours remains strong. Good for you. But look around you, Mr. Payne. Do you see a camera or a video recorder anywhere in the room?" Payne did not. "Now, as I said, my employer has several requests." For the next several minutes, the man outlined those requests. Finishing, he asked, "Do we have an understanding?" Confused, Payne shook his head. "But you said you weren't here to blackmail me." "I said I was not here to blackmail you with photographs or videotapes, and as you have already educated me, such an attempt would not be productive." "Then why would I do what you're asking?" "Another good question." The man pinched his lower lip, his brow furrowed. "It appears I will need something more persuasive." He paused. "Can you think of anything?" "What?" "Something that would make a man like you acquiesce to my employer's demands." "There's nothing," Payne said. "This isn't going to work, so if I could just have my clothes back." "Nothing?" The man seemed to give the problem greater consideration, then snapped his fingers. "I have it." Payne waited. "Murder." The words struck Payne like a dart to the chest. "Murder? I haven't murdered anyone." With the fluidity of a dancer, the man stood, a gun sliding into his extended